everyone. Reputation, they say they are trying to protect. It is now we are seeing the reputation is not reputation, Hey, hey. Oh, very, very cool, very. Dele Faro to me is not someone to talk anyhow or just put things down anyhow. It's not someone that you say is trying to look for fame because he needs to malign someone. There are people that will abuse someone, malign someone intentionally because they are looking for one fame or the other, or for one thing or the other, or for some gain. Dele Faro to me is not one of those people. Even the book that he wrote it that the proceeds from that book is going to go to charity, to an organization that deal with children with autism. So it's not the one that you say he's looking for. But anyway, the Babalola, what's his name? Babalola that we did not know or we thought we knew. Everybody is now seeing that it's not like what they thought it was. So it's not like what when you try truth, you can never keep the truth down. Truth must come out. Just looking at this thing, first of all, let me look at Omoyele Showore's post where he said that Chief Babalola's chickens are coming home to roost. Facts are now emerging that in fact the reputation they are using the police NG to protect doesn't exist. Here is a Wikileaks US government cable detailing how Chief Afe and former President Obasanjo bought a court of appeal judgment with cash in Plateau State. So what is it that Dele Faro to me wrote about that they are now doing this thing? By the way, hello everyone, my face is swollen. I don't know what happened. My lip, I just woke up and saw my lips started swelling up. Hopefully in the next few days I get better, but hey, let's just manage this after. I'm not in pain or anything. It's just that place, that it's swollen. Thank you. So apparently there's this WikiLeaks, and I'm just trying to read what it said here. You see this judiciary. That's why I say right now we are back to pre-Yaradua days. During that Obasanjo's era, it was crazy. And for me, that's one of the things that pains me with the fact that as it is right now, Obasanjo happens to be the best one we've had, the best president we've had, in spite of the things that happened, during his regime. It's not, I wish that was the worst that we've had, so that subsequently we say others after him were better, but unfortunately others after him actually worsened. But there were a lot of crazy things that happened during Obasanjo's era. It's just crazy. A lot of crazy things that have been reported to happen. So this one, I'm just trying to read this one. So WikiLeaks, remember that WikiLeaks where they had documents, they leaked out documents from different parts of the world and stuff like that. But they say, according to an attorney for Haruna, I'm just looking at where do I start. I don't want this video to be too long. But let me start from say the appeals court in Jos, however, found that the evidence used by the election tribunal was absolutely inadequate, even to prove the simplest of criminal offense. Very important to affect the appellants, respondents. Ridiculous for convincing. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. Ridiculous for convicting any of the appellants respondents with commission of any electoral offense, and that the evidence was scandalous and naive as a basis for nullifying the election. According to an attorney for Haruna, the outcome was ensured in typical Nigerian fashion with cash. The attorney, who worked for presidential attorney Afe Babalola, said that when President Obasanjo sent Babalola to take over the appeal, he also sent cash to be used for the appeal. The attorney claims that he went along for the delivery of 30 million naira, about $225,000 to each to each of the 5 judges on the tribunal but did not know if this was all the money disbursed. This is the normal procedure when it is an important case, he averred. Note, the appeals court decision is final and cannot be appealed to Nigeria Supreme Court. End note. So this was a time when gubernatorial election only ended up at the appeal courts. You know, it was later they now changed the law again and made sure that they were now going to Supreme Court. Before this time, it only at the appeal court that it ended. Ooh. Then it continues, a comment say, why the embassy has been unable to examine the appeal court ruling in its entirety, the verdict of the appeal court and the election tribunal differed so significantly on their findings of the relevant facts that it begs the question of whether one verdict or the other may have been influenced by outside parties. Both courts were composed of senior members of the judiciary, both operating under the same laws, principles, and guidelines. It would be normal for an appeal court to have a slightly different interpretation than a lower court, but the radically divergent views of the just courts from the Yola Tribunal leave little doubt that something other than the law was factored into the final decision. So what is it that this person, Dele Farotimi, has said that is not in all of this? But you know what? As citizens of this country, and for me, even if I'm not speaking for any other person, I'm speaking personally for myself, we owe a deep gratitude to Dele Farotimi for having the courage to write this down. In spite of the fact that he knows that it could cost him his life, he could do anything, could amount to anything, he was ready to give us the truth. The truth that many people know but have been afraid to say or even write down. And he deliberately didn't just say it, he put it in writing. So that we will not have zeros being treated as heroes or die being called heroes when they are actually zeros. A few days ago, I did a tweet and I said, the people that we look at with reverence in this country just look as if they built their wealth and reputation and everything off the criminality of what is called the Nigerian enterprise. These are people that have shortchanged Nigeria, that have stolen the destiny of a lot of people and used it to enrich themselves. And today we look at them as elder statesmen, as people who should be revered, people who their names will not come out. But you know what? Truth has a way of coming out. And if there's that one person who is ready to dare to speak that truth, indeed, everyone will get to know the truth. And that is what we are saying now. Like the Omoyele Showore said, the reputation that they are using police to enforce, there's nothing there.